All right, welcome. Thank you, Austin. We're going to go ahead and get started with the interview, but can you tell me what year you are in the program and who you're working for?
I'm going to be a first year, so right now I'm a pre-jobber or a pre-apprentice. I just got finished with my Mason support program, and I'm going to be graduating come this next Friday. I am going to be working for Seedorf Masonry. Yeah, I think that's it on that
All
one.
right, why did you join the union?
I joined the union because I knew that they had a little bit better pay and just a better pension for the long run for me, eventually my family. And I knew it was more just all around. Everybody's connected in some way, shape, or form, and there's always somewhere to go. Whether I'm laid off, then I can go work for a different company, or I end up not enjoying this later on, and then I can transfer to a different part of the union, or even into a different union.
Okay, and tell me about how the Mason support program worked, how that went for you.
So the Mason support program was interesting. It wasn't like I was just sent on the wall and started laying brick, but then again, I wasn't just sent out there and said, good luck, do what they tell you. They slowly taught me everything that I needed to know from the point that I just got on the job. And I went from learning how to cut brick and block on the saw with wet cuts to starting to lay a little bit just towards the end. I started in August, so I worked about 6 months or so in the pre-apprentice program. And then I just learned a little bit everything on how everything goes, how it should feel, while getting experience in every form of bricklaying and block laying.
All right, and so what are some of the benefits of the BAC?
Some really nice benefits I see are just mainly I'm always going to have a place to work. Whether I'm laid off or not, I can always go to a different company or a different part, so I can help with either PCC, help do indoor stuff against walls that have already been built and just redo those, or I go in on a new job and just do a different thing, along with just always having people there, because it's nice to be able to come here or give a call and then I'm just able to talk to anyone. And it's really enjoyable and helpful when I have any sort of questions.
All right, so what is the pre-apprentice training that you're going through right now? What does that entail?
The pre-apprentice training right now is an 8-week program that we go through every form of brick and block laying that we have time for, basically. So we start off for about first week and a half to 2 weeks of only ever touching the trowel and spreading mud and then picking it back up, spreading it again, and we just constantly do that. It's to get your hand used to the work that we're going to be doing, get you all calloused up to make sure that you're strong enough to hold on to that trowel with all that mud, and then just get the right motion, get everything down. Then we moved on to bricklaying. So basically we have our modular brick, which is about 8 inches, just under, about 4 inches wide. You have to slide that into position and then match it with the line. And we did that for an entire 16-foot wall, if I remember right. I think it's 16-foot wall. And we did that for probably 2 or 3 weeks. Then we moved on to block so far. That's what we just finished up, where we were doing the same thing, laying to the line on the 16-foot wall all the way across, 5 courses high, 4 or 5 courses high. And now we are working on our level skills, which entails us building leads. So we're able to set up the straight edges, and then we can fill in the inside of the wall. Yeah, that's all we've done so far.
All right, and what are you planning to do with your training after your pre-apprentice program? I mean, what are your goals, career goals?
My career goal, I'm working slowly. I want to see where I go and how everything works in this first year, but I eventually want to be one of the best journeymen when it comes to just speed and precision with all my work. I want to be able to do an entire wall in a week, if need be, whether it be a 100-foot or 200-foot wall with 3 or 4 other people. I just want to be able to get that thing up in under a week and not have to even look at it again and be perfect. That's what I want to be able to do.
Right, and what are qualities of a good bricklayer?
Qualities of good bricklayer would just be a good eye for detail. It doesn't matter how strong you are at the start, you will get your strength. Or how you talk to people, any of that stuff is good, but not required. As long as you have a quality for detail and an eye for it, you'll be able to fix your little things and make it perfect. And if you get one perfect block, no one's ever going to look at it again. It's going to look like everything else on the wall. So if you get that one perfect block, tomorrow you get 2. The day after you'll get 3, if not 4, and then you'll just keep building up. You'll get speed and strength comes along with. So if you get that one perfect block, that's all you need to start.
All right, and what advice do you have for high school students considering masonry?
Some advice I have is just prepare yourself, because it is a lot of weight. You'll get used to it, but then don't stress out. My goal in life is just to not stress, because stress just leads to more stress, and I hate stress. I know I'm saying a lot, but I'd rather just relax, have a good time, and do my work, make sure I look good, make sure it looks good, and not have to touch it again, along with just gain connections. That's a big one. Just understanding how to talk to people and form connections so that you're able to continue working when you're laid off in the colder weather and you can't work outside as much. If you have those connections, you'll instantly have a job right away. That's going to be my goal for this next winter. So,
All right, thank you so much.
yeah, thank you.